Where did you grow up, sir?
Canton, Mass.
Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
Well, 35, 36 years.
And did you go to Canton Public Schools?
Yes.
Now, in the course of living in Canton, were you familiar with the Albert family?
Yes.
Which members of the Albert family were you familiar with?
All of them.
There you go.
When you say all of them, can you name the ones that you were familiar with?
I was familiar with Brian,
Brian Albert?
Chris Albert, Brendan Albert, Kevin Albert, and I believe Kathy Albert is the sister, but I'm not 100% sure of her first name.
Okay, and those are the siblings that you had contact with and were familiar with?
Yes.
Did you know some better than others?
Yes.
Whom did you know the best?
Chris Albert.
What is the age difference between you and Chris Albert?
I believe we're the same age.
Did you graduate high school with him?
He went to a different high school, but yes.
Graduated at the same time?
Correct.
And with regard to your familiarity with Chris Albert, can you explain to the jury how you became familiar with him and what your relationship with him has been?
I went to school with him, elementary school. We went to middle school, then he transferred to a Catholic school. Then later in years, I began to work for Chris for D&E Pizza, delivering pizzas.
Okay. And approximately what ages were you when you were delivering pizzas for D&E Pizza and Chris Albert?
I was 25, 26 years old.
And how many years did you deliver pizzas for him?
Up until I got married, 35.
10 years?
Several years.
8 years.
There you go.
Years. Okay. And with regard to your interactions or knowledge of Kevin Albert, can you describe that?
Kevin Albert would be through D&E Pizza if he came in. Through the police department, would see him on details.
All right. And were you friendly with him?
Yes.
With regard to Brian Albert, could you describe your interactions or your relationship with him?
Again, through D&E Pizzas, delivering pizzas to his house. Cordial, polite, would say hello.
All right. So you're friendly with the Albert family?
Correct.
Now, back in January of 2022, where were you working?
I was working for the town of Canton.
All right away, I just like this guy. I just like this guy's demeanor and his affect. He's very just normal. He's very sort of salt of the earth, normal, non-pretentious, just here, and he's just answering questions. And you got to love this guy's background. I know Canton. I've been here all my life. I've delivered pizzas throughout all of Canton. So I know the streets pretty well because I've been here, there, and everywhere delivering pizzas. And I've, been in the area all my life. Plus, I grew up with the Alberts. Plus, I'm friends with them, and I worked for them, and so forth and so on. So it's like, yes, this guy knows a few things, both about the area, the streets, the homes, where things are, and also he knows the players in this on a personal level. This guy has got a lot of practical knowledge, man, and he's just very, very friendly and very, very direct and not pretentious. I love this guy. He's awesome.
All right. And your truck, is there one that's specifically assigned to you when you plow?
Yes.
And does that truck have any particular nickname?
Yes, it's called the Franken truck.
Ha!
And why is it called the Franken truck?
It is a truck that has a lot of different parts than what it's required. It's not parts that were made for that specific truck.
It's a cobbling together of many different trucks. By their form combined, we have become Franken truck. This guy's awesome. I love this guy.
Now, I want to direct your attention to when you were, your truck was essentially perpendicular to the driveway. You see the driveway in Exhibit 66?
Yes, I do.
When you were perpendicular to the driveway, where were your headlights pointed?
In front of me. In front of the truck.
I'm sorry?
In front of the truck.
And what were you able to see of the front lawn of the Albert residence that very first time you passed?
I was able to see the entire front lawn.
Yeah. With those big spotlights, I'm not surprised.
And about what time was it that you first passed 34 Fairview Road?
About 2:45.
And now, when you're plowing, where is your attention focused, sir?
My attention's focused in front of me and then to the sides.
Why would your attention be focused to the sides?
I am trying to be aware of any side traffic, any pedestrians, and God forbid, any animals.
Yeah, it makes sense, right? I mean, the plow driver has got to look not only what's in front of him, but also got to look to the sides. He's got to see where the snow's going. And he's also got to check to make sure that there's no pedestrians or animals or other things that could potentially run in front of him. So his attention has to be in a lot of different places so that he can make sure that he's doing his job and not harming anybody. Yeah, that makes logical sense. Don't want to harm anybody or any animals. Yeah, so fair enough.
And when you were passing the Albert residence, as you pass every home, what attention do you pay to the sides of the road and the lawns that are adjacent to the road?
I'm, again, making sure that there are no animals, no pedestrians, and making sure no one's coming out of their driveways, not expecting to see me.
And with regard to Exhibit 66, you see the flagpole there?
Yes,
Is that something you had seen previously?
yes.
And when you made that first pass by that residence at 2:45 in the morning, sir, with your headlights on, what, if anything, did you see on the front lawn in the area of the flagpole?
I saw nothing.
Yeah, so at 2:45 in the morning when this body was supposed to be out there, our snowplow friend who is familiar with the area, knows where they live, been there, he knows all the things, he's driving by, looking out, and he doesn't see anything in the grass where, you know, there's supposedly a dead body with his big ass spotlights that he has on his truck and doesn't spot anything. Kind of a bit of a blow to the state's timeline, isn't it?
I take a left
All right.
onto Chapman.
Once you take that left, what do you do?
I back up and then take a left to go back down Fairview.
So you're essentially doing almost a three-point turn in the road?
Correct.
All right. So now, do you go back down Fairview at that time?
Yes, I do.
And how far do you go down Fairview?
To the end, to Cedar Crest.
Now, at this point in time, you would also pass the Albert residence, correct?
Correct.
Would it be on your right or your left?
On my left.
Were you looking to the right and to the left as you were coming down?
Yes.
How much light did your headlights illuminate of the Albert's front lawn as you were coming down from Chapman Street?
Coming down Chapman, just about the entire front lawn.
Yeah.
And again, with regard to that area around the flagpole, did you see anything on the lawn?
Nothing.
See a body?
No.
All right.
Yep.
Is Fairview on your right or your left at that time?
It would be on my right.
And did you take that right?
Yes, I did.
What, if anything, unusual did you see at that time?
At that point, I saw a Ford Edge on the side of the road
Yeah.
Where was it parked on the side of the road?
in front of the Albert's house,
There you
In
go.
front of the Albert's house.
by the flagpole.
And why was that unusual?
The Alberts never had cars that were parked out front, and it just stuck out as weird.
So he notices a vehicle that isn't normally where it's supposed to be on the date of the incident. Incidentally, of course, as I'm sure you well know, the police never followed up on this car or tried to figure out what it was or where it was from. Never tried to get it down. But yes, he's like, yes, I observed this Ford Edge. I know what it is. Got it. Yeah. He's observant. He knows what he's looking at.
Now, once you saw the Ford Edge park on the side of the road near that flagpole, what did you do?
I had to go around the vehicle and as to not hit the vehicle.
All right, and probably obvious, but as you're approaching the vehicle, was it faced in the same direction that you were traveling?
Yes,
And so you're going around to the left or the right of the vehicle?
left.
As you were approaching that vehicle, were you able to see on the right side of that vehicle the lawn side?
Yes,
Did you see anything on the front lawn at that time?
Objection.
I'll allow it. Did you see anything?
no,
There you go.
Lights were still on.
correct.
All right. Now, once you passed the vehicle, did anything attract your attention at all?
No,
After that, how long did it take you before you came back to that area to plow again? Approximately, if it was 3:15 to 3:30, that second time, what would be your best estimate of the time when you came back?
I would say if I had to say, it would have been 5:30 up Fairview.
At any point in 2022, were you ever approached by any police investigators, sir?
No,
When was the first time that you were approached by the state police in this case? Do you recall?
I don't recall the actual date, but I do know.
Year?
Yes,
What year was that?
2023.
Really great police work there, boys. Really, really great. The snow plow driver who was there on the day of the incident, at the time of the incident, not even interviewed by the police in the immediate aftermath. All that year, this incident happened in February, and at no point in that entire year was he approached by anyone in law enforcement to get his story. Wow, that investigation really, really thorough, man. Woof.